The Island Boys have been arrested over 35 times, buried in over $150,000 of debt, which only makes sense since they're now literally homeless. But all of this was almost destined, as ever since that French kiss, they fell off. When they first went viral with this clip, you can see the problem. It wasn't because of their talent, but rather the total opposite. The video had as many dislikes as likes, with not a single positive comment in sight. People instantly judged them as defective human crayons, and thousands of creators mocked their appearance, while even Snoop Dogg roasted them.
Oh, by my island boy, I've been trying to make it. I ain't seen it with the gang slang. You ain't
gang, they got to use that word. I'm speechless. Two goofballs in the pool.
The boys responded, "If you were to say that to me in real life, I would beat his ass." But Snoop wanted no smoke, because in the process, they sacrificed their looks and money.
How much did you spend on all your tattoos? I spent around like 30K.
Yeah, it still took 2 months to release the official version of the song, and another month for the video, completely killing the hype.
The main issue with this release was they took too long to drop it while they were exploding.
And judging by the dislikes, it's not surprising. These palm trees speaking their own language. This is proof you can overcome any disability. They were booed off stage when they performed the song. However, this was also the song that changed their lives.
How much money did y'all have at that time? Were y'all broke? At that time?
$10,000.
I ain't have much. I was
hustling.
Just a day after going viral, they were suddenly making $40,000 a day.
Bro, we were making $40,000 a day. More than that. I'm not even playing with you.
Yeah.
60.
We was looking at the thing. It says
the top of it said you got $60,000 to do.
To make.
Then the next day we would do that. The next day another 60,000. We're like, man, what the f is this?
Unsurprisingly, they flexed stacks of cash regularly, spending $100,000 on jewelry and another $300,000 on watches. Yet financial literacy was clearly an issue, because in the name of assets, they considered their car one.
And that's not even speaking on the assets that we got. We just bought a Bentley Bottega, so you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Beautiful, all nice color.
In the same month, they rejected a record deal from Kodak Black as they were making $15,000 in a night doing cameos. And no surprise that these bozos were living their best lives. There was just one problem. The boys never realized they weren't talented rappers. They were just a meme, and that meme was getting stale. The new music they released performed and sounded awful. But instead of improving, they had different plans. For starters, they began faking fights on TikTok to stay relevant while making ridiculous claims like Eminem is not on my level. Yet people still advised them to act wisely, but their inability to take advice was only getting worse.
God forbid it doesn't go in your guys' direction, for real. I think you guys take all of your jewelry assets and invest into something. So you guys will never ever be broke again. So I don't think there's ever gonna be a broke situation. But I'm saying, like, if you guys
Jewelry's
into something, for sure.
Let me tell you something. George, stop talking. We have multiple.
Wait, that was
yeah.
hey, that was for you guys.
Yeah, you
that wasn't like a hate shot.
I don't need financial advice when I probably make more money than you.
But that was me being nice. It wasn't me being like an asshole.
And it seemed after this point, their career was basically dead until they made an unexpected comeback. Turns out, the Attention Goblins announced they were releasing an OnlyFans account, which to be fair wasn't surprising. However, there were claims that they were kissing each other to promote it. I mean, they can't cross this sensitive line and post it online, right? Well, maybe they can. There's no explanation for how messed up this was, and the proof is that even Adam22 was disgusted.
Your twin brother, I mean, that's a lot. That's like, to me, that's just like kind of this one sacred thing that I don't even know any female twins or female sisters that hook up with each other. And I know a bunch of sisters who are in porn, but not that hook up with each other.
Yet, as outrageous as it was, it certainly worked in their favor. They put in $400,000 in 3 months on OF, with a massive $200,000 coming in the first month alone. But there were bigger consequences than the money they made. Pictures such as this went viral, implying that the Island Boys were connected to the Epstein scandal, which is why they were called Island Boys, to which they responded with this.
Been together ever since Jeff got them. Call them Island Boys for a reason. A lot of people think that we have something to do with Jeffrey Epstein. What do you think about that? Bro, I know nothing about Jeff Epstein, I promise you. And that's why they call us Island Boys.
Even after denying the rumors, there was no comeback. Strangely, however, these idiots bragged about going to jail 35 times. But it looks like they haven't learned their lesson, because one of the Island Boys pretended to be his twin in front of the cops. after allegedly driving 100 miles per hour in a parking lot. Bystanders claimed he nearly hit them, and when the cops arrived, he said someone with a gun was threatening him and he was just trying to run away. Yet he shot himself in the foot later, because when cops asked for his name and ID, he pretended to be his twin brother.
Hey, come in, don't lie to me. Look at me, dude. We know that you're not Alex. Don't lie to him. We looked at the tattoos, man. You guys don't have the same tattoos.
After 30 minutes, he finally admitted he was lying because his license was suspended. But when the cops confronted him about the lie, he switched up again immediately.
So what about your license?
Suspended. I want to get my license.
So you gave us a false name because your license is no good?
No, bro, I'm telling you, I'm Alex. Y'all reading the prank from my tattoos.
Well, he ended up in jail, and even though he eventually got out, the problems didn't end there. The same brother was pulled over again last month, and the K9 unit searched the car and found a plastic baggie filled with white pills, which was oxycodone, but without any prescription or reason. In addition, police also discovered a designer handbag underneath the seat containing a Glock that had been spray painted blue and had the serial numbers missing. This landed him in jail yet again, and clearly they were no longer just clowns. They were criminals and clowns. When asked why they kissed, they put on a tough act, only to embarrass themselves even more.
You what gotta say, man? They're gonna hate on you regardless.
But you say they gotta say.
Yeah.
That's what you say, right? But at the end of the day, let's keep it 100 because we got both of y'all here too.
Yeah.
So what's going on with the shit that's with you two kissing each other and shit?
Bro, shut your ass up before I break this shit.
Dude, hey, yo, that ass, I would love to see you try that shit.
Bro, what are you talking about?
I would love to see you try that shit. What the fuck are you Nobody gonna do shit to anything.
Bro, you don't have to bring that shit up, bro.
I mean, what do you mean not bring it up? That's what if we're sitting here, we're sitting here, we're talking about.
Ironically, months after this, they comically ended up regretting it themselves.
But like, do you regret doing it or you for it? That's my question.
Do I regret doing it? The kissing part?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You regret it?
Yeah.
Like you wish you never did it?
Yeah.
Yet their biggest nightmare was still about to come: money. On the No Jumper podcast, their former manager revealed that all their money is gone.
Mostly, maybe a little bit on TikTok, but I mean, it's pretty much run dry at this point.
Right.
When I was with them, they was coming in hot.
They were viral as
like
fuck,
they was
yeah.
going like 2-3 hours a night straight cameos, but like that's literally
What a
their only
life.
source of income.
Holy shit.
And it's pretty much over.
So what
now.
happened?
Exposing that they still owe him $150,000.
They're dirty. Crazy, yeah.
They did you dirty? How?
Yeah, they owe me about like $150,000.
From what? Your percentage of the cameo money?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they've got to have like a 45 IQ, right?
Yeah, there's
Combined.
There's a bunch of lawsuits on them now too.
For real?
Everyone's coming after them. This
Why?
guy from Chicago.
You're suing them too.
Yeah.
In response, they flushed diamonds down the toilet to prove they weren't broke. But their cameo price drop says a different story. The recent months, however, have been even worse because one of the twins, Kodiak Red, is struggling so much that he got evicted.
He's getting evicted. He hasn't paid a bill. Even his mom would tell me before.
And listen, that's another problem on why you don't use.
On top of that, he reportedly can't even pay his car payments, which is now hurting his brother's credit too.
And it's not even his fault. It's his brother's fault because his brother hasn't paid his car in 4 months. And we could show you guys the voicemails of the car people calling him every single day saying, where is the payment? And it's under his name. We can't figure out if it's the cosign or the main one, but Alex's name is a part of it and he has not paid it. And it's affecting him now, which is affecting us and our family.
As a coping strategy, Kodiak has been on drugs heavily, yet somehow still claims he's sober.
As you can see, I've been sober from December 6th, says Frankie on it, with the IE, all the way to the 29th. So I've been sober for 23 days. You could congratulate me because that's a mental illness, what I was going through, because I was doing it a lot, every day, or you could just hate on me.
And strangely, his brother refuses to help him at all.
Someone said that your brother has a problem and you need to help him. I already talked about this earlier. I said he's got to be willing to want to help himself. I already tried to help him, remember? I marshmallow him.
And he called last night.
And that wasn't cheap.
When he called his mom last night, it was out of genuine concern and like hurt and wanting to help. And then like everyone just, this is what happened today.
which might actually be justified, as Kodiak has been making accusations that his brother's wife was taking drugs while pregnant, which allegedly damaged their child's health.
She did not do one substance while she was pregnant. And our baby's not a NICU because of any
I
substance.
even told them that
he's not with
his
y'all.
lungs was something with nicotine that would affect his lungs, that would affect his internal. He's having a blockage here. He's probably gonna have to get a surgery right here.
I said that his baby looks like a mannequin doll, and you know what he says to me back? Where's your baby? Why aren't you holding your baby? Your baby's in the NICU? Like almost like taunting and laughing at me about it.
Regardless, it's unsurprising that the audience has no sympathy because you were too arrogant to take any advice. Well, look what happened. And it's not hard to see why. They never acknowledged they weren't good rappers, and all the money they made was spent instantly, never considering that it wouldn't last forever. People only watched them because they were stupid, and even Jake Paul, of all people, made fun of them.
Here's why.
The difference is like they're punks. Like, and you see that through and through. And I think they're entertaining, and I follow them because they're entertaining. I love to see the stupid shit that they say. But they're punks.
They're damn broke, aren't they? Well, based on all the evidence, it doesn't seem so far from the truth.